So let me paint the picture. Okay, you eat too little for a long period of time, you end up losing muscle, slowing the metabolism down, hormones shift to fat storage, promotion, and less muscle. So you've got this like perfect storm, and then you go off. Why? Because you've been restricting for so long, your appetite's high, maybe you go on vacation, hey, this is what I can do now. So your body's primed to store body fat. You've been eating low calories for a long time. Then you go binge, which almost always is the behavior that follows. Now you store a ton of body fat. And I've seen this time and time again where a client goes on vacation for 2 weeks and gains like 7 pounds of body fat. Mathematically, you know how difficult that is to do when you do the math, and yet you see stuff like this. It's pretty wild.
Well, when we were trainers, we didn't know this because I think the studies came out later, but we now know too, when you go from that hardcore restricting to hardcore binging like that, you actually increase your fat cells.
The number of fat cells.
Which that doesn't happen in any normal case, right?
No.
Typically what happens to us when we gain weight, lose weight is our fat cells grow and then they shrink, and that's how we...
Yeah, this is recent.
Product of an extreme environment.
Yeah, this is recent. Lane Norton brought this up because of competitors when they extreme diet, and then they, you know, bodybuilders and physique competitors and figure competitors post-show will just like eat like crazy, right, for like a month or two and gain like 20 pounds, 15 pounds, 30 pounds. And what they found is that they actually added fat cells to their body. And the theory is that the body, because they went so restricted and then they went excess, it tried to adapt by increasing or improving its ability to capture calories. So it actually added fat cells, which then don't go away. Typically, they don't go away. Once you add the fat cells, they don't go away. So.
Which I saw this firsthand with all the competitors, which it was, you know, they had this formula of exactly what you said. They restrict hardcore for the show. After show, they gain like crazy. They're not really worried about body fat. They go again. And for some reason, every show, they had a harder time doing the same
thing, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, this is my formula. This is my body type. I have the same amount of muscle. I should be able to do X calories, X amount of cardio, X amount of training to result in that same body, but I'm not able to. And they had some term for it that they would call it, like they were I forget what they'd call it fatigue, and they need to reset. They'd have to stop doing shows for a while. And it's like, no, it's the way you're extreme dieting that's causing you to add fat cells, which is making it that much more difficult every time you don't cut for another show.
Yeah, it's the most important thing to manage or to pay attention to whenever when you're trying to be healthy, fit, long-term, lean long-term, are your behaviors, because that's what's going to stick. And if you eat too little for too long and then you find yourself binging occasionally where you know, it's not like you just go off your diet a little bit. It's like you go way so off that you're uncomfortable, that you eat to the point where you can't breathe type of deal. Like that behavior it's gonna be impossible for you to maintain a good, lean, healthy physique long term with that. And going too hard and extreme in one direction, it tends to lead to a opposite reaction on the other end, which is this binging type behavior.